I go to work, I have a family, but my wife also works. As a man, I don't think there's anything special about that.
I'd much rather stay at home and do the housework, but everyone should also have the opportunity to lead a full life. Ideally, you should share responsibility, working part-time and staying home part-time.
The man used to work while the woman would stay at home. These days we need to divide things up a bit. Partners should share responsibilities.
Well, it seems that there's been an increasing demand on men over recent years, which can make it harder for them to find their own identity.
From classic charmers to modern metrosexuals, from macho men to thinking woman's heartthrob or loving husband and father. Men's identity has never been so multifaceted. The traditional role of the career guy working his entire adult life to feed his family needs some revising. Today's male needs new qualities.
Being attentive, knowing when his woman's down, and being able to cook too.
Und kochen können. Ganz wichtig.
I don't care what he will have an own business or family. I have to be safe with him.
He just needs to be able to deal with emancipated women and forget traditional gender roles.
Women can live and support them, without any help from men. So it is a difficult situation for guys because they're not needed anymore.
That's a tall order of expectations for a man, says 37-year-old columnist Matthias Lohre. His new book takes a tongue-in-cheek look at changing male roles and the prejudices of the modern woman.
On the one hand, they want men to understand women's issues. At the same time, many men are told they're incapable of even having emotions, let alone showing them. It's a dilemma you can't escape.
Over half of women in Germany expect men to pursue a career. But 2/3 also want their better half to help around at home and spend more time with the family. These are findings from a recent survey in Germany. The results also suggest that 1 in 3 men feels overwhelmed by that dual role. That figure rises to 1 in 2 among single men. Experts say the conflict is the result of the emancipation of women.
We've caught up on the education front. We continue to have a stronger presence on the job market. The big question is how to reorganize a relationship, and then childcare, and then household duties. All new stuff. Things that used to be so straightforward have now become a challenge for couples.
For the majority of men in Germany, working less is out of the question. Just 7% take a year off to focus on child rearing at home. That said, 3/4 do take a 2-month parental leave, which inevitably has an impact on how domestic duties are shared out. That's not a bad thing, says Matthias Lohre.
Men and women don't want to relive those images from 50 years ago. There's a growing tendency among men to say, I want to find fulfillment outside my job too. Nobody wishes on their deathbed that they'd spent more time at the office.
Men are increasingly becoming an object of interest for the fashion and cosmetics industries as well. In recent years, men have been targeted by the advertising industry, subtly prompting them to give more of their attention to personal care products and trends. Hence, the making of the metrosexual man.
I enter my apartment and see a shelf on the right with my shoes. And there it is. Yes, I like my shoes, and I need them. But I have several pairs because I don't want to look like a slob.
Those growing expectations on men are a growing topic of public debate. Men are under more pressure, but now also have more options to turn to for help and advice.
What kind of men do we want to be? With what values? It involves genuine emancipation from outside demands, from society, your boss, your buddies, or your wife. How can men achieve that? Regardless of whether we're talking traditional or metrosexual or modern, what is it that makes them happy?
So, the solution to gender role conflict is be a team player.